Whoa, time for a classic MintyMido disclaimer. Haven't done one of these in a while. I just got finished editing this video and I feel like I sound kind of like a whiny loser.
You're a beta male.
I'm being too hard on myself, but basically I just wanted to take this time right up front to say that I am so grateful for everything that the Sonic team has been giving us in the past few years. The social team, the games team, the animation team, just everybody who's working behind the scenes to make everything happen has been doing such a wonderful, fantastic, beautiful job and really feeding the fans. And it has never been a better time to be a Sonic fan, and I feel like that's only going to be more true as we continue on in the new year. But basically, I just wanted to make a silly little video with a Sonic franchise wish list and me recording that list. You know, these are things I want and I do still want them and I stand by that, but it feels like I was just whining a lot about not having them yet or something. That's not how I wanted this to come off. I just wanted it to be like, I am so happy to be a Sonic fan and here are all the things that I hope they do in the future. That's all. I'm sure you guys wouldn't have thought less of me anyways, but I wanted to get that out there. I think it's important to have gratitude and to showcase that. So shout out to Sonic team. If anybody on the Sonic team happens to watch this video, please know I am so grateful to you guys and all the work that you put in for the fans and for the franchise. And with that, let's get on with the video. Hello everyone, my name is Elena, aka MintyMido, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back to my channel where I do fun art challenges and talk about whatever's on my mind. And today I just want to gush about the Sonic fandom and ramble about all the things I am hoping to see from Sonic in the future, maybe in the new year, but a lot of this is really wishful thinking, so I'm talking primarily just as a general future project ideas. I definitely don't expect like any of these to happen in 2026, but it is gonna be the 35th anniversary, so maybe there's hope that one of these things could get released or announced, and if so, I would be so happy. And as of me working on and uploading this, 'tis the season for holiday wishes, so here I am manifesting and begging Santa Claus or God or Takashi Iizuka to grant my wishes. And I promise I won't wish for a Sonic Adventure 2 remaster since he said he doesn't want to do that, but I also think perhaps delusionally it's inevitable for them to make that at some point, so we'll just be patient. Anyways, some of the wishes in this video may or may not also be ideas, concepts for future videos that I want to make, because if Sega won't bring these things to life, then I will. And as for the art I'll be making in this video, I decided to just work in my little aesthetic sketchbook and just make a full color spread of drawings related to the things I'm talking about. I'm gonna be honest, spoiler alert, they didn't turn out great, but you know, I haven't sketched in my sketchbook for a long time, so don't look too closely. Just listen to me, ignore the screen, and enjoy this little podcast, I guess. You can look at the art, just don't judge too harshly, please. Thank you. Alright, now on to the time-lapse. Welcome to the time-lapse, everyone, and now, as I'm working on these little doodles in my sketchbook related to my big Sonic wish list, I'm also going to be discussing my top 10 wishes for the Sonic franchise in the future, hopefully in the new year. Just things I would really love to see from the Sonic franchise as a dedicated Sonic fan. So here we go. Number 1, I would love another visual novel game, any genre, but similar to the concept of The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. One of my biggest wishes ever since The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog came out, I was so stunned that this game was free and that it came out of nowhere, and I've been craving a new one ever since. One that could hopefully be on a bigger scale that people would, I feel like, definitely be willing to pay for. I would be willing to pay for one. And I know we all enjoy the action of the typical 3D mainline Sonic games, but with a simpler format like this, there gets to be so much more focus on story and character interactions and dialogue, and that's something that I know we all are craving. And it's so perfect because I feel like visual novels are the perfect combo of the action and movement of video games and then the storytelling and multi-character focus that you see in the IDW comics. So personally, I also feel like it'd be a gold mine. I'm certain that people would be willing to pay for another visual novel. Probably not too much, but you know, a little amount, a small amount, especially if it was one with a more serious premise. Or maybe it doesn't have to be that serious. I mean, how much money would people shell out for a Sonic dating sim? Like, think of the possibilities. Obviously, they'd never do that. It wouldn't be on brand, but still, the shippers would go nuts. Maybe if they made it an alternate universe thing, so it's not actually canon. Low-key, I just want to make my own dating sim that is definitely not a human Sonic University AU. Be honest, would you play it? Are you a little freak? I'm being 100% serious about that, by the way. I might make that a whole concept video in the future. We'll see. I have too many ideas and too many things going on. But yeah, I just think it'd be a really cool, lower effort area of growth for the Sonic franchise. Obviously, visual novels still take a ton of work, but I feel like it's probably not nearly as much as their 3D platformers, and it'd just be such a fun way to interact with more of the Sonic cast because it's so huge with so many likable fan favorite characters, but it often feels like there just isn't room for most of them in the games, which sucks because I want to see more Silver and Blaze and Cream and the Chaotix and everyone. And ooh, oh my goodness, if they did make another visual novel game, I would want voice acting. Please and thank you. Wish number 2, a collab with a K-pop group or another international music group. I know that there's a market for this based on all the K-pop Demon Hunters x Sonic crossover fan art I saw this summer, and I see other video games collab with K-pop groups, and as a Sonic fan and K-pop fan, I feel so jealous. I want what League of Legends did with KDA, except I want it with the Sonic characters. And you see, walk with me here. We already have these skins of the girlies in this sort of pop/rock outfit concept, so let's take it a step further and have them actually come together to make a song and have them be voiced by a popular girl group, and then the girl group can cosplay the characters to promote it, and oh my goodness, it would be so good. And Sonic already makes good music. Everyone knows this. It's like the only thing they've ever really been consistent on. Even if the quality of the game sucked, the music was always banging. So why not collab with famous artists outside of the games? You know, you don't have to only have excellent music just for the games. You can just have excellent music for the brand in general. Can you imagine a whole music video with Amy, Blaze, Cream, Rouge looking cool as hell? I want it! And as for which group to voice them, I'm down for any, but I'm leaning towards a group like maybe Cat's Eye or Girl Set, or it could just be a combination of different artists like how League of Legends does it. And the boys could get their own pop group too. I just personally, if this project were to ever happen, I would want the girlies to be prioritized. I would want them to come first and them to get their own pop group first. And I love this idea so much. Watch me make concept art for it and a whole YouTube video about what it could look like. Why am I just using this video to assign myself new projects like I don't already have enough? Anyways, next wish. Wish number 3, Sonic outfits in Cross Worlds and other big games. This is just a short note, but I think it's time we start seeing some cute, fun skins and outfit variations in the bigger Sonic games, because they're all over Sonic Forces Battle and Sonic Dash, and they're very cool. I love the vast majority of them. Like, they're super awesome, and I want to see these types of things in Cross Worlds and in other future main Sonic titles. Like, we love these characters, we love seeing them in different outfits. I want to see it everywhere. And even just if it's not multiple outfits in a single game, I just miss the concept of when the characters would change outfits for a game. So you know how Sonic Riders had everybody in a specific Sonic Riders racing outfit just for that game? Let's bring that energy back. I miss it. We miss it. Wish number 4, a Chao Garden mobile/cozy game thing. I don't know. I feel like me saying this is beating a dead horse, but you know, if you don't want to do a whole Sonic Adventure 2 remaster, I get it. But the people love the Chao Garden. The people love the Chao. And I feel like Sega is just leaving money on the table by not having made this already. I imagine this game to be mostly Chao, and maybe it could also feature like chibi versions of the Sonic characters, but I don't want like the baby Sonic chibi style, the like Sonic and Friends little style. It's very cute, but it feels like it's targeted towards literal toddlers. I'd want something just a tad more mature for a Chao Garden game concept. And other than that, I don't know exactly how I envision the game. I just figured it'd have similar mechanics to Sonic Adventure 2. Of course, they could add whatever they wanted to make it extra, make it more exciting, make it new, whatever they want. But it's just that the cow or the cow. Bruh. The Chao are such a cute and fun little mascot, and yes, we got the Chao Tales shorts on social media this year, which were cute and all, but I feel like people really want to interact with them. I think people want to play with them virtually, and they want to wear them on their clothes, and they want to have plushies of them. They're cute little mascots, you know? We don't want to just watch them do their thing on a YouTube short. We want to be with them, interact with them, treat them as our little pets. You know? At least that's how I'm feeling. Let me know what you guys think about that, and how you'd imagine the Chao Garden game, because honestly, in that regard, I'm not very creative, so I'd love to hear what you guys think about that one specifically. Wish number 5, more merch specifically designed for the Sonic girlies. Like me, I'm just gonna list a few things I want. I want more crop tops in general. I want dresses. I want heels. I want more jewelry and hair accessories. I saw ColourPop collab with IPs like Naruto. Where's the Sonic X ColourPop makeup collab? I want a Sonic makeup collection so badly. I would spend so much money to get that. I know they did a collab with Lime Crime back in 2022 or something, and that one looked really basic, and I like the pretty color palettes and the pretty packaging that Colourpop does when they do collabs. So it doesn't have to be Colourpop, but it has to be of at least that caliber. You can't just slap PNGs of the characters on the box and say that that's a collab. It's not good enough. Like, sell Rouge's boots, a short red dress like Amy's, Blaze's little necklace collar thing, Wave's pants. You have the blueprint. The girls want merch just for us. I'm tired of walking through a store and looking in the little boys section and seeing that the little boys get all the cool Sonic merch. I want stuff for me. It doesn't have to be super feminine or anything, but you know, I enjoy expressing my femininity, and I'm sure a lot of people of all genders do. So I'd like to see more feminine clothing and accessory options. I was really happy to see the Sonic X Steady Hands collab. I love Steady Hands. They make such cool merch, and I want to see more stuff like that. Collab with more smaller brands like that to create more unique Sonic apparel. I'm tired of just seeing PNGs slapped onto a generic black t-shirt. I need more creativity in the merch and the apparel. New video idea. I designed my dream Sonic merch. It's never gonna end. It's never gonna end. Wish number 6. I would like more Sonic Cafe pop-ups, but specifically I want them to be like the one that was in Taiwan. I give much love to the Sonic Speed Cafe. I've never been to it because it hasn't come to my state. I would love it to come here. Yes, I would go. But I saw online that Taiwan got a very, very cutesy version of a Sonic pop-up cafe. And look how cute it is! I'm very happy for them. Good for them. But I want that. I want that here. Just because I'm American doesn't mean I don't want a cute cafe experience. Please, please bring it here. I want it so bad. Look at the art, and the menu's so creative, and look how yummy everything looks. Silver's drink looking like a literal glass of milk is taking me out. I know that this one, or even the US-based Sonic Speed Cafe, probably won't be coming to my area anytime soon, which means, of course, once again, I have to take matters into my own hands. So here's a little sneak peek at MintyMido's plans for 2026, you guys. I have a friend that owns a boba shop, and she enjoys doing themed pop-up events there. So I'm currently planning on hosting my own little silly version of a pop-up Sonic Cafe event there in June for the 35th anniversary. And I'm so hyped thinking about all the possibilities, so if I do actually end up going through with it, I will. I'll keep y'all updated. It sounds like so much fun. I really hope that we'll be able to pull it off. It probably won't be that fancy, probably won't be able to do everything I dream of, but still, I'm very excited by the concept. I hope that I'll be able to find other Sonic fans in my area that would come, and I'm just so excited about this. And of course, I'll probably want to make some drawings conceptualizing it, so if and when that happens, you'll get a video from me. I'm assigning myself 10 million projects with this one video. Whatever. Wish number 7. What if we had another storybook spin-off game? You know, we had Sonic and the Secret Ring, Sonic and the Black Knight, Arabian Nights, Knights of the Round Table. Let's bring it back. I know that these games weren't super critically acclaimed when they came out, but I feel like there's been a renewed appreciation for them in the fandom as of recent, especially for Sonic and the Black Knight. And I don't know what other legend I'd want. Maybe Greek gods, because I've become very Epic the Musical pilled this year, and I think there's some people in the fandom working on a comic concept of that. Specifically, how fun. If I find images of it, I will put it on the screen and link it down below if anybody wanted to check that out. Maybe there could also be like an East Asian or South Asian or African myth next. Sonic goes to Egypt, Knuckles as a pharaoh, bringing it back to Archie. Think about it. Just think about it. I wouldn't expect something like this anytime soon. Probably never, but it was such a fun little concept. I miss it. I know we all miss it. Let's do it again. It's just a fun, short little filler game in between the mainline titles. And before I go to the next one, guys, we talk about how the super transformations and Secret Rings and Black Knight, especially in Black Knight, are literally the best in the entire series. I remember very vividly when I got to the end of Black Knight in 2009 and being so in awe at that super transformation. I just kept rewatching it over and over and over again on YouTube at 360p. Wild. I want that again. If we can't get another storybook spin-off game, I want to see another cool Sonic super transformation that's different from him just turning gold and flying around. Please. I need something like this. We need sauce like this. We've been missing it. Please. Please bring it back. Please give me something new. Wish number 8. A character-focused mainline game that isn't focused on Sonic and/or a Sonic Heroes sequel. So back in the holy year of 2005, we got the legendary Shadow the Hedgehog game. And speaking of this, I just have to link it here because it's the best video essay I've ever seen. You should watch this video by Hannah Hyperfixates about the Shadow the Hedgehog game. It is so, so good. Literally, best Sonic essay I've ever seen. One of the best video essays I've ever seen in general. Fantastic watch. Go check it out. I will link it down below. Back to the topic at hand. Earlier this year, the Sonic fandom started really getting into the concept of a silver-focused mainline story, thanks to some amazing fan art by Sonic fandom legend Corn Art. I really wanted to make my own fan art of this future sage and silver concept, and you know what? I still can. Maybe I will do that in a more formal way in a future video, because I do love this idea so much, and I need to stop assigning myself video ideas, my god. But I'd also just be down for a solo game of basically any Sonic character. Fun fact about me, in middle school, I wrote a comic where I imagined Amy as the protagonist of her own game story, and she traveled alongside Shadow because I was very, very much obsessed with Shad Amy back then. And also, I had her team up with Silver and Blaze, so in a way, I guess I was using that story idea to bring attention to all the side characters I wanted to see more of. I never finished the comic, of course, but I was low-key proud of my villain design for the game. He was supposed to be a lion that had a crush on Amy when they were kids. I think if I find any old drawings of him, I'll put it on the screen. But yeah, an Amy game would be so fun. It could be like the solo Peach game that Nintendo did. They could add a bunch of cute little outfit options for her, maybe a fun mechanic with her tarot cards, maybe a function to give yourself a tarot reading using her cards. That would also make a really good app. But I'm just being greedy. I already own Amy's tarot cards in real life, so I don't need to be begging for more of that type of content. And another way I'd like to see characters get more of a spotlight in the games would be a Sonic Heroes sequel. Sonic Heroes is my favorite Sonic game of all time because it's very nostalgic for me. It's what got me into the fandom. And so a sequel would be so amazing for me personally, especially if they added a team with Silver and Blaze and then Marine, or perhaps another third character, but we'd all want Marine. And basically, I just want more characters to get the spotlight in the games, and I don't care how it's done really. In an ideal world, I would get both of these desires. Wish number 9. Bring back the fully rendered CGI intro and cutscenes, please. These are the most legendary sequences in Sonic history. We all know them. The intro to Sonic Unleashed, the Sonic and the Black Knight super transformation, and the intro too, and the Secret Rings outro, the Shadow the Hedgehog intro and outro and cutscenes, the Sonic 06 intro and cutscenes. I just really want this kind of energy back for obvious reasons. The Sonic fans are hungry for some high quality sauce, some pizzazz. We want to see that delicious fluid 3D animation. We want the gorgeous lighting, we want the fun expressions and the fantastic action sequences. And this was my main critique for Sonic Frontiers, honestly. I know we got to see these types of scenes in trailers and such, and then the cutscenes that we did get in the game were really well animated and lovely and really expressive, but just nothing hits like getting just one fully rendered juicy gorgeous CGI like you see in these older games. And I'd love to see it again in the modern day. I don't need multiple, I mainly just want an intro, and I'd like an outro too. But if you can only do one, I'll take just like a really banger intro that's for the game, not just for a trailer. These are so beautiful and legendary, and so I just want to see them again, especially with Sonic's new level of popularity. I just know if the next mainline game had a sequence like this, it would form a core memory for children all around the world like the old ones did for me when I was young. We cannot rob the youth of today like this. And finally, wish number 10. You already know what it is. Guess what it is. Guess. No, write it down in the comments. You already know what I'm about to say. We want a Sonic 2D animated show. A Sonic anime. I guess it could be 3D, but we want a 2D style Sonic anime animated show. It's time. It's been time. I don't have a real script for this part because what else is there to say? I would like something close to the caliber of the Knuckles Frontiers prologue, and then obviously the Shadow Dark Beginnings series. Oh, and also the Crossworlds special animation trailer they did. Just the action is so fantastic. The characters look so beautiful. I really can't put into words just how amazing the 2D animated sequences we've been getting from Sega have been. We've only gotten them in short little bursts and little mini-series on YouTube, and they're so immaculate. I imagine that it'd probably be hard to maintain that high level of quality for an entire show, but you know, just something along those lines. It doesn't have to be that intense for the entirety of a show. But yeah, I don't know. I just really want it, and I know that most of the fandom wants it. It's like the one thing I feel like the whole fandom agrees on, that it's the one thing we want to see from Sonic again. We did get Sonic Prime as a recent TV show, and I think for a lot of people, it was either hit or miss. I enjoyed the show a lot. I just felt like it got really repetitive, especially towards the end, and I think most people, even the people who loved it, would agree with that. The one thing I do want to say, and this might be controversial, but if we were to get a new Sonic animated TV show, I kind of want the Sonic Prime cast to be the voices for it. No hate to the game voices. I love Roger Craig Smith. I love the vast majority of the people voicing in the games. They're doing a fantastic job. But I just also really love the Sonic Prime cast. I felt like they did a really incredible job. We got some amazing vocal performances, especially from Devin Mack as Sonic and Ian Hanlon as Shadow. Like, their vocal performances and their interactions with each other is some of my favorite in the entire history of the Sonic franchise. You know, I also really liked the voice actresses they got for Rouge and Amy. I thought they did really well. And Tails and Nine, like, that was fantastic. Oh my goodness. Yes, guys, we all know that the Sonic Prime cast was amazing. I can't let that be the last time I see them. I want them all back, and a new Sonic animated TV show would be the perfect opportunity to bring them back, okay? We can have two cakes. I want the current game voices, most of them, and I want the Sonic Prime cast. I want them both. I'm being greedy, but that's what I want. In conclusion, here is my pretty rough, silly little sketchbook spread of different things I kind of talked about in this video. I drew Rouge in a dress because I think one cool alternate outfit idea for the characters that would be fun would be like a ballroom ball gown sort of concept. I think that would be so cute. I drew a little Tails Chao in a Chao garden. I have Cream holding a little pastry and a drink as if she were serving at a little pop-up cafe. I drew a Chaos Emerald shaped makeup palette with some eyes wearing the eyeshadow from the palette, I guess. A cute little chibi Sonic that's not too chibi. Honestly, I'm not really good at this style. There are other artists who are way better at capturing Sonic in a very cute but not babyish way. A Knuckles crop top, some jewelry ideas, and Shadow the Hedgehog themed boots, and then a couple of these might need explanations. I put Amy in this like plastic wrapping thing as a reference to Cat's Eye's song Gnarly. That's how the music video opens, so that's like a reference to how I want Sonic to collab with a K-pop group. And then, of course, I drew Blaze as Athena for a Greek god themed storybook concept, and I wrote Warrior of the Mind on it because I am obsessed with Epic the Musical. And that's the end. And don't look too closely because this did not turn out that well. I still don't know how to use gouache, and I'm trying to figure it out with my Himi gouache set. It is rough out here, but one of my goals in the new year is to get better at that medium and just to do more traditional work in general, even if it's just casually like this. But that's the end of this little spread and this little wish list. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know I haven't uploaded very much this year, as you all know, but I'm hoping that that will change in the new year. I'm aiming for at least one video a month if I can, like as a baseline, and then hoping to do more as I go on. I just really need to get more organized. Also, I have a big announcement. It's not super relevant to this video, and I'll probably talk more about it in detail in a future video, but I'm starting a newsletter. I have a link in the description for you to sign up if you are interested. But basically, I just wanted a central space to communicate to the people most interested in all of my creative pursuits to hear updates directly from me, and some of those will include behind the scenes of these videos that I do, any side art projects I'm working on, my webtoon, and most significantly, my relaunching of my website, which I've been working on for over a year now. And it'll include an art shop where you can buy my art in various product forms, prints, stickers, bookmarks, all that jazz. And I am super excited to release all that information. So if you want to be the first to know when the site is launching, when the shop is dropping, what behind the scenes things I have going on in the land of MintyMido, please sign up at the link in the description below. And thank you so much for all the support. I am so excited to send you guys my first newsletter when it's ready. Thank you! And aside from that, let me know in the comments below what your guys' Sonic wish list is. What would you like to see from this franchise? Is there anything that I listed that you're like, I don't really want that or care if they do that? Or is there anything in this list that you would also be super excited about? Please, fellow K-pop Sonic fans, please join me in the comments. I cannot be alone. There's no way I could be alone. Please. Please join me. Show me that you exist. Anyways, I'm glad I was able to get one more video out before the end of the year. I hope. I'm editing this toward the end of the year, so I really hope that it's up before the new year. It will be, or else. Anyways, I hope that you all are having a lovely holiday season, that you are excited for the new year, and that you're putting together all your fun little plans and goals for the new year. And I will hopefully be back soon with my own video about my goals for 2026, because there's a lot and I love making goals videos because they're so fun. Anyways, I've yapped enough. You guys, please take care of yourselves, drink water, get lots of rest, take care of the people around you, pursue creativity in every way you can, love your fandoms, keep being a nerd, and I will see you in the new year. Goodbye!